If I had one day left to live, just one, I'd perform the mundane masquerade and go to school to get my education. Just kidding. Realistically, I'd break out of the everyday routine so fast, even gravity would have to do a double take. If I had one day left to live, I'd book a one-way flight to the sun and run straight into the glittering amber flames just to see if I could outshine a star. I'd eat a slice of the moon and cough up constellations of cosmic dust, and I'd yell at a shooting star and ask it why my wishes were never granted. Why do I always feel like I did something wrong? If I had one day left to live, I'd publish every piece of literature I've ever written, even my messy, bleeding drafts, even all the poems I swore I'd never show, or the stories I wrote at 13 where absolutely nothing made sense, but I believed in with the ferocity of a supernova. And then I'd auction out all my favorite art pieces to some rich billionaire with more money than sense, even all my 5th grade doodles of half-drawn eyes and 2nd grade clay sculptures that looked like they survived a natural disaster. If it were my last day to live, I'd call up Jack Frost to flash freeze the 7 seas into a rink of glass so that I could ice skate to Japan alongside some penguins that looked suspiciously like the ones from the Madagascar movie. If I had one day left to live, I'd ask gravity why it's always dragging me down. Why can't I float for once? Why can't I fall upwards? If I had one day left to live, I think I'd start to wonder, why do we wait for our last day to finally start living like it's our first? And why do we let fear glue our feet to the ground? And why do we let anxiety be the bouncer at the club of our lives, telling our dreams, sorry, you're not on the list? And why do we bury our desires in a drawer labeled someday while leaving monotony for today? If today were my last day to live, the mask would crack, the performance would end, and I think I'd tell you how I actually feel, not the watered-down version that fits into a hallway conversation, or the, I'm fine, that tastes like a lie. I'd say the words I normally swallow before they dissolve. And maybe, just maybe, at the end of the day, as the sun starts to set, painting the sky, hues of rose and regret, I won't want it to be my last day. I won't want the curtain to fall. And I would want a tomorrow. And maybe that's the point. We shouldn't keep waiting for endings to start choosing new beginnings. So, if today were my last day to live, I finally live it. And even though today is not my last day, maybe I should live it anyways. Thank you.